Hey guys, welcome to this video and welcome to this channel. My name is Courtney and I'm very excited that you've decided to click on this video and come book shopping with me in Glasgow. Today I'm just going to be going around central Glasgow, more Buchanan Street area, and shopping for books. So what I am looking for is one devotional because I just finished up this one. It's called Fighting Words. It's by Ellie Holcomb and it was amazing, and it's a 100-day devotional and I think I'm at 98, so I need to pick up another one of those. I also am considering getting a Ballad of Songbird and Snakes because I know that there's a deal going on at the Works, which is one of my favorite stores, and I will show you it. I feel like it's a hidden gem, but I am kind of on a Hunger Games kick of rewatching the movies, so maybe I'll end up getting that book. I'm also potentially looking at getting a Stephen King novel, and that is way out of my comfort zone, but I watched Haley Pham's vlog and video on her reading Stephen King for a week, and she said she didn't like horror, and I definitely do not at all, but she said that she enjoyed a couple of books, so I'm going off of her selections and trying to find one that might pique my interest. And it's actually warming up in Glasgow, so I don't think I'm gonna have to wear my heavy jacket. I think I can just wear this one, which is very nice. And I have a little bit of an unboxing. So I just got this copy of a hand-painted Jane Eyre, which is one of my favorite novels of absolute all time. So I'm super excited to open this up. Let's do that really quick before heading out. Oh my goodness. This is stunning. Look at that. Look at this. This is beautiful. The gold edges too. Oh my goodness. So for reference, this is my Jane Eyre copy, which please ignore the tabs coming out of the front and also the sides. But this is massive. Look at the difference. Gold edges. Oh my goodness. Absolutely stunning. Look at this spine. I'm getting too excited. This just makes me literally one of the happiest girls on the planet. All right, so now we can go book shopping. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm definitely walking because I don't want a car. Here at least.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Looks like Waterstones is under construction.
This time, I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where.
Well, hello. We are back from the bookstore now, and I think it was pretty fruitful. I think that we got some good things. The one thing I didn't pick up or wasn't able to pick up was a devotional, which I will put a little picture here of the one that I'm thinking about getting. But at the Waterstones I was looking at, couldn't really find one that I was looking for. I also think it'd be more affordable to get it on Amazon most likely, so I'm gonna go check that one out that I just showed. Other than that, I think we had some pretty good finds today, so I'm excited to show you guys what all I got. And this is the little coat I got from Shakespeare and Company when I went to Paris, and I'll link this video above, but that was a lot of fun. So the first book that I picked up was The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. This has been out for a little while now. I was super interested when it originally came out, but that was when it was still published independently. It had a different cover than this. And then when it got published again, it was super expensive to get my hands on in the States, and so I've been waiting for the works to get it in, and it has, so it's only £5, which I was so excited about. It's kind of a thick book, so I hope I can get it back to the States. I'm just really excited for this one. I heard it's fantasy, kind of more high fantasy, dark academia type of feeling. I heard a lot of mixed things about this book, so I'm really excited to get into it and see what it's all about, and I love that price tag. Oop, now you can see it. Also, I did want to say that I saw The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes at the works before, and it wasn't there now. I'm not sure if that's because I think it's been confirmed as a book to movie adaptation happening soon, so I don't know if they're going to start increasing the price, and maybe that's the reason. Either way, I thought I would go back later and try and pick up that book. I did find it at the other two stores, but if I could get it for £5, then I'd like to get it for £5. So the next book that I got was The Stolen Heir by Holly Black, and this was only $8.50, so originally $16.99. $8.50 is a super good deal, and this is a hardback, which I don't know if I really own that many hardbacks over here. I'm looking at my bookshelves now, sorry. I actually don't think I own any hardbacks that aren't classics at this point, so this is really beautiful. As you can tell, look at the shine. Wow. I know this takes place, I think, after the Cruel Prince trilogy. I have read The Cruel Prince and The Wicked King, but I have not yet read The Queen of Nothing. So even though this might give a few spoilers, I don't know. The way I felt about the series, which might be an unpopular opinion, I thought the first book was just okay. I thought the second book was a little bit better. So honestly, maybe the third book would just knock it out of the park and I would absolutely love the series. I don't know, it has the potential to get there, but for me, it was not a 5-star read, even though I enjoyed it. I've actually read Holly Black's The Coldest Girl in Cold Town, which I absolutely loved. It's something that I read during spooky season in the fall. I highly recommend that one. So I am a Holly Black fan, and I know that this is set in the same universe as The Cruel Prince, so I am hoping that maybe I like these characters just a little bit more, but that is this book. But I mean, the artwork is stunning. Next up, we have Stephen King's Billy Summers. As I told you guys, I was very inspired by Haley Pham recommending this book. I checked out a Waterstones, and the guy checking me out was like, if you like this one, I think he said, then you'll like Carrie. And I was like, oh goodness, because I'm not a horror person. I've never seen any of those movies, but from what I know about Carrie, it seems pretty scary. So I'm hoping that this is still a bit more thriller, and it does have that romance subplot, which I'm hoping will help get me into the Stephen King novels, but it takes place, I guess, around this guy named Billy Summers, who is a veteran, and he's kind of hired to kill people, and he's trying to retire from that, but somehow he gets roped back in to the job. Part thriller, part war story, part lyrical portrait of small town America. Billy Summers is about a good man in a bad job with one last shot at redemption. So I actually really like that. Wish me luck on my first Stephen King, but this actually was not as big as what I thought it would be. And I have possibly saved the best book for last. This is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I have read The Book Thief before and I loved it. It absolutely tore my heart to shreds. But I think that's a beautiful part about this book. I actually did a project on it in high school, I think back in 10th grade or something like that. But the reason I got this is because of the stunning UK cover. I mean, look at this. Kind of sparkles. I just think that this cover is absolutely gorgeous. I love this story. And the reason I was inspired to pick up The Book Thief again is because I just finished up All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Duar, and this book definitely broke my heart as well. I think if I hadn't been prepped by other books before, maybe some crying would have happened with it. But this book was really great. It's definitely a more adult version of The Book Thief. They're not the same at all, but I get the same type of vibes. And when I say that, of course, it has to do with World War II, but I also mean kind of a lyrical writing style. I've found that both are kind of similar in that way. But I just loved and appreciated the writing in this book, the amount of love that he has, like the narrator has for words, and just weaving these beautiful, beautiful stories. I think this is a book that I'll want to keep for a very, very long time, so I'm happy to have this edition of it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed coming book shopping with me in Scotland, and I hope that you enjoyed checking out some of the stores. WH Smith is very common here. You're gonna find that type of store in bus stations and even airports and things like that. Waterstones, of course, is very common, but these kind of stores are not common to me. And I really wanted to point out the works because I know that there's a lot of kids stuff in there, a lot of arts and crafts. It might not seem like the place to be, and I don't know what it's been in years past, but at least since the influence of Book Talk, there have been tons and tons of shelves in there with $5 Book Talk fines that otherwise are going to be $8 or $10, I guess pounds here. So that's actually a really, really amazing place to find good reads that are cheap and affordable. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have the best day of your life, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.